Well, listen, well, I'm going to get we need to, it's just a little bit past 7, so we need to get this thing rolling. So I want to read a statement first. Is everybody ready to go? Our secretary
Yes,
ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So we're going to open up the Town of Freetown Library Trustees meeting for April 16th, 2020. And I want to go on by saying, pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12th, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 19, and the Governor's March 15th, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place. This meeting of the Freetown Library Trustees is being conducted via remote participation. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort is being made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. A recording of this meeting will be posted to the town's YouTube channel, available at freetownma.gov/freecam. That's FREECAM. At the conclusion of this meeting, probably early tomorrow morning. In addition, I would like to continue with some other instructions here. If we take any votes, we'll take a vote like we normally do, but then we have to have a roll call, which means that somebody is echoing back to me. I don't know why, but which means that we'll poll each member, and the member will have to identify themselves and say yes if they voted yes, or no if they voted no. Of course, I
do have an issue that has to be voted on tonight.
Well, we have a number of things we have to vote on. So we also, of course, like we normally do, is stay within the scope of the agenda. And there's another change, voting on minutes. Everyone can vote on the minutes, even if they didn't attend the meeting. The only thing that a person that did not attend the meeting, they cannot make a change to the minutes, but they can vote on the minutes. Okay, with that said, let me start off by saying, find my agenda page here. Okay, so let's start by our normal routine. We'll turn this over to Dorothy, and we're going to go over the...
Can we do the roll call, please?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. The roll call. Look at that. Somebody's watching me. That's a good thing. All right, Bev, go ahead.
Okay, I'll start. Beverly Sadik.
You're here.
Irene
I'm
Ashley.
here.
Irene Ashley.
Christine Piva.
Dorothy Stanley Ballard.
Linda Fournier.
Paul Sadik. Do we have Lucille?
Lucy, I texted her. She's going to click on the link now.
Oh, okay. So when Lucille, Beverly, when Lucille checks in, if she does, then you can add her to the list. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. So Dorothy, are you ready to go with the financial information? We have 2 months here, so we should discuss one at a time. Okay.
Yes. You guys have to approve it. I sent both copies to you, so you have them.
I understand it, but did you want to review any of it? Go over any of it like you normally do?
No,
Okay.
I looked.
No?
March was short. I was impressed with the statistics for March because we were closed for a lot of the month of March, but a lot of the statistics were ebook material, so I was pleased.
Well, that means people are still reading.
Yes.
Okay. There's anything in there regarding the bills that you want to discuss with us?
No.
Okay. Did everybody have a chance to look over the detailed spreadsheets for the month of February and March?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Does anybody have any issues or any questions for Dorothy?
No.
No.
Okay. All right. With that said, is there a motion to accept these reports.
Motion to
You
accept
want
the
to
report.
accept them separately for February and then for March?
Sure. Somebody make a motion for, if somebody would make a motion for each one, that would be ideal.
Motion to accept February's statistics and motion to accept March's statistics.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All
Second.
right, a motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Aye.
okay. All right, now we're gonna have to poll the members. Since you're the secretary, Bev, would you poll the members?
Okay. Linda, you agree?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let me see. Chris, you agree?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Lucille's not here. Irene, you agree?
Yes, I do.
And Paul, you agree?
Yes.
And I agree.
Okay, so that's basically unanimous, isn't it?
Yep, it's unanimous.
Okay, all right, so we got that out of our way. Now, the report of the library director. No, let's do the minutes next, okay? Let's do the minutes next. Now, we have minutes for, sorting through my papers here, we have the minutes for our meeting of February 20th, and we also have the minutes of the Monday, March 9th meeting that was conducted at the, with the Board of Selectmen at the
Senior
Senior
Center.
Center. So everybody have a chance to read those minutes?
Yep.
Yes.
Anybody have
Yes.
any issues? Okay, anybody have any issues?
No.
No.
Okay, let's go through. Anybody want to make a motion to accept them?
I make a motion.
to accept them.
Okay, who made the motion, please?
Irene.
Okay, I thank you.
Is there a second?
I second.
Okay,
Go ahead,
so,
Linda, you can take it.
Okay.
okay, all right, so there was a motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Beverly, your turn.
Okay, here we go. All right, so Irene, you're in favor of the
Yes.
motion?
Yes.
Okay, Chris, you are in favor of the motion?
Yes, I am.
Linda, you're in favor of the motion?
Yes.
Paul, you're in favor of the motion?
Yes.
And I am in favor of the motion.
Okay, very good. Okay, has anybody seen anything out there? Is Lucille, are you there by any chance? I guess not. Okay. All right, Dorothy, the library director's report. Dorothy, do you have, by any chance, the grant information that you sent out with you? That you sent to the information
No, I
sheet?
don't.
No? Okay. Before I turn it over to you, the Board of Library Commissioners is pleased to issue a second and final state aid to public libraries awarded to the town of Freetown in the following amounts. Library incentive grant, $3,406.84. Municipal equalization grant, $2,105.27. Non-resident circulation offset award, $180.80 for a total of $5,692.91.
That's your second allotment.
Right.
The total state aid was a little over 11,000.
Okay, that's half of it. This is the
Yes.
second one. Okay, so that came in. I think everybody had a copy in their package.
Yes, we
Alright.
did.
All right, Dorothy, your report.
Okay, I got a long one.
Oh, come on, don't make it too long.
Okay, the first one needs a vote. I attended a virtual meeting with Sales Network yesterday and all the library directors. And Bristol Community College is pulling out of Sales Network. They're no longer going to be a member of Sales Network. They're joining an academic network. And they're putting forth what's called a mutual amnesty agreement, which means the books they owe us probably won't come back. The books we owe them probably won't come back. So therefore, it will be a wash. I need a vote to accept that or to reject that. It's virtually like they owe us two and we owe, because I did some research, they owe us two and we owe them two.
Why are they pulling, why are they pulling out?
I think they're going to just a primarily academic network.
Oh, okay.
Which makes
So would you
sense.
say the two books, that like the 4 books are all equal? I
In
mean,
prices, yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would say, okay.
searched that. I searched that out too.
Yeah.
And they may come back.
They may come back into the network, you mean?
Yeah, they may come back to us. You don't know, but
Oh, you mean the books?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
but we need to agree on this so it can go forward. Either agree or disagree.
Does anybody have any issues with this? I guess not. Chris, do you want
I'm
to
fine.
make a motion? You're
Um,
fine with it? You want to
yeah,
make a
I make a-
motion then?
Yes, I'll make the motion that we accept their proposal to unjoin the sales network. And if they can be brought up again if they,
No, Chris.
No.
We're staying with sales. It's Bristol Community College is dropping out of sales.
Okay. All right.
I guess we're only
Community
talking about, we're only talking about the 2 books.
Right.
All right,
We're-
Yep.
They don't have to return their 2 books that they owe us, and we don't have to return our 2 books.
okay.
All right.
Okay, so I make the motion that passes 2 for 2.
I second the motion.
Okay, motion made and seconded, and that motion was that the 2 books that are owed us and the 2 books we owe them is a wash. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye,
Aye.
aye.
Yeah, it's right. Your turn again, Bev.
I can't write fast enough here.
I'll take your time. Take your time. We got plenty of time, you know.
We have all night.
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay, Irene, you're in agreement with this proposal?
Yes.
Okay, Chris, you're in agreement with this
I
proposal?
am.
Linda, you're in agreement?
Yes.
I'm in agreement. And Paul, you're in agreement?
Yes, I am.
And Lucille's not here yet?
Nope.
No, she says she's waiting for my email and I keep sending it to her. She lost the other one.
That's all right. We got a quorum, so it doesn't really matter.
Poor thing.
Yep. All right. So, Dorothy, you're still up there. You're still on.
Yes, I am. Okay, per order of the Board of Selectmen and the Town Administrator, all purchasing has stopped. It stopped the middle of March. It stopped. All purchasing has stopped. And Paul attended the department head meeting a couple of weeks ago, and every department's budget for FY20 was gone through line by line by line. And we were to say if there was money left in a certain line item, if that could possibly be set aside for non-use. And we were okay with all of them except for a $1,400 one that I wanted to leave alone. So we were able to leave that $1,400 one alone, but we are freezing the other ones. We may get it back. We may not. They don't know. They just want to know to be on the safe side in case if they have that money. But the salaries have not been affected. They stay the same way, but none of us can go over a schedule allotted amount of hours while we're doing this.
Yeah, the reason for that was the fact that they were concerned about cash flow, and because the taxes are due May 1st, and they didn't want to have to go out on a temporary borrow for the in ahead of receiving the tax dollars. So they just wanted to make sure they had enough money, and the different departments weren't spending a lot of money, and they would run short of cash, and that was the whole rationale for that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it was. They did a good job. Okay, Dorothy, anything else?
Yes, a lot, quite a few.
Oh my goodness.
We stopped the mail service at both libraries. We put a stop on the mail. Therefore, we wouldn't have it build up in our mailbox. And we also boarded up both book drops at both libraries, so nobody could return the books in the book drops. Brittany goes by twice a week to pick up the newspapers so they don't hang all around. I have to keep a weekly work log for each employee and detail there what they completed during the week, step by step. And then I submit it into Ally at the end of the week. This has been going on since it started. It's very detailed. I'm very detailed. I don't know if anyone else is as detailed as I am, but I'm very detailed. And okay, let me see what else.
Dorothy, can I just ask a question?
Yes.
Could we stop the newspapers?
I don't know. I think it'd be too difficult to start them up again because it's not like the newspaper it used to be. You could just call them. They're now like a conglomerate, so it's difficult to stop them.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I was thinking of that too, but I had problems with them once before getting them started up. Once, for some reason, our subscription lapsed and I had a hard time getting it started up. We paid for it and they actually gave us a credit.
Yeah, I know they're not easy to deal with.
No. Okay.
So can I ask a question too?
Yeah.
So you, people can't return their books. Is there a reason for that? I mean, someone doesn't go by and check the box or check the library? Does anybody go inside either one of the libraries and check?
Yes, Brittany goes to both libraries because she picks up her work assignment because she's working on reclassifying and relabeling all the 2,000 plus DVDs. So she goes a couple times a week for that. But it was recommended by all the directors and sales that the book drops be boarded up and people will return the books to us once the library is up and running. That way we can deal with them and sanitize them the proper way.
Okay.
And if you left the book drop, I mean, it could get overfilled in like 2 days and it could get rained on and the books would all get wet. So we would better off just blocking them off, which we
Okay,
did.
it was just a question where they were still working. I didn't know. Okay.
Okay. I have been working on investigating sites for teachers, parents, students, and just general enjoyment to place on Facebook. And since it started, I put on an average of 35 sites each week. And each week we get over 2,000 hits on those 35 sites. So they've been very active and parents and patrons have been very appreciative of that. And that's what a big thing that I do every week. And Nicole and I came up with an idea to create a posting for our Facebook page and the town Facebook page of number one, it was offering tech services to our patrons. And she developed a posting. It came out beautiful. She's offering tech service to our patrons. The patrons are, if they have problems, they are to email her and she will email them back and they will correspond that way to get their tech problem solved. Also, to access a lot of these sites, even to put holes on overdrive items, you need your library card and your PIN number. Some people don't have that library card, don't know where it is. So she created, with my approval, another posting advertising that if you do not have your library card or PIN number, you can contact Nicole Davion at ndavion@salesinc.org. So that's been very successful also. And we have also, the company's called Gale, and they're a resource company, and they provide a lot of Gale, Gale.
Thank you.
They're a resource company and database company, and they are located on our webpage to the left-hand side under e-tools, and it's very difficult to use and very difficult to navigate. Nicole came up with a wonderful posting, a step-by-step instruction how to use these resources and what each one was and how to enter them and get whatever material that they need. I mean, it was, I actually invite everyone to visit Freetown Public Library's Facebook page, because
I'm looking at it right now. It's very nice.
you'll be impressed at what we've done.
Yes.
She and I have done a lot of work on that since we've been out. And we work well together. I mean, she sends a prototype to me, and I make changes and send it back to her, and then she sends a finished copy to me and I okay it. And these 3 postings are on the town Facebook page as well. Okay, April 1st, my job was posted. Ally Goltz posted it on the town website, the New Bedford Standard Times, and the MMA website. I posted it on the sales website and the Massachusetts Board of Library Commissioners website. So it's been posted quite a few places. That's about all the new stuff I have. Brittany, like I say, this project is gonna take a long time because she did it for 3 weeks, and then she found just 2 days ago that she labeled them wrong. She put them in the computer right. She reclassified them right, but she labeled them wrong. So she's got to go back and relabel all 2,000 plus DVDs, physically label them on them and put the label on them and bring them back to the library. She takes so many at a time home with her and works on them and then brings them back. So this project is really starting new as of this week. It was really finished at the end of last week, but she discovered her error and it has to continue this week.
So it's 50% finished.
Yes,
Because
50%.
the input into the computer is correct.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
Yes. And she's also been cleaning out old records in the workflow system and fixing errors that are in the workflow system. That's what she's been working on because she is our IT person. Excuse me. And we've all been participating in webinars and learning more for future. And I have assignments already lined up to divvy out for weeks to come. So that's all I have to report. I mean, it's from being frozen and quarantined, whatever we are, the 3 of us are working well together. We contact each other either via text, email, or telephone call. We keep in close contact with one another, and it works well. I submit the payroll every 2 weeks via email to Kim and Pam. This is the second pay period. We got paid with no glitches. I was the first one to submit the first one in. So everything is running as good as can be expected, really.
Very good.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Does
Yeah.
anybody have any questions for Dorothy?
Sounds like you did a good job, Dorothy.
Thank you.
Okay, let's continue on the agenda. First thing under old businesses, update on Story Hour. Well, I think the update on Story, I bet you I can answer that, Dorothy. It looks like that's deferred until further notice.
And we actually suspended that when COVID first broke out.
Yeah,
So
I know.
before we even shut down, we suspended that because we didn't want a chance of the kids getting sick. So that was suspended before we even shut down.
Right. Anything more on the, I know there was some action taken regarding that delinquent person.
Yes, they were
Have they-
taken to court. The
Right.
Detective Kelly and Nicole both showed up at court. And the lady showed up at court too with 85% of our materials. So we got 85% of it back. And she was supposed to locate the other 15% and bring it back to us. But then we hit this pandemic. But we do have 85% of it back.
Okay. And I'm sure when this is over, she'll probably bring the rest back or something will happen. All right. And this is kind of immaterial. We're not using the libraries right now, but the broken handrail at the Hathaway, is that still in the, nothing's been done, right?
Nothing's been done on that.
No,
No.
I mean, and you wouldn't expect anything to be done because everybody's straight out and some people aren't working.
Right.
Okay. All right. And I had on the agenda to discuss the meeting
The smoke
that we had.
detector, the smoke detectors and the CO2 detectors you have on there too.
Yeah, they're all taken care of. I
Yes.
know that. Yeah, I think I sent something out on that also. The budget meeting that we had with the Board of Selectmen, I mean, that was like in and out. There was no issues that we had regarding our proposed budget back on March 9th. Some of us attended. I believe most of us attended
of
that
us.
night. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
It was quick because by the time I got there, it was over.
well, yeah. You're the only one that was really working.
Yeah.
The rest of us are retired most of the time. All right, new business. You already discussed the posting of your position, Dorothy.
Yes.
And I know that I checked in with Ally, I think it was yesterday, and she told me that so far there's 4 applicants, and we're gonna, it closes on, I believe, Wednesday, the 22nd. And at that point,
noontime.
at noontime, and that point, she told me that she'd have a procedure for us to follow and so forth. So we're waiting to see what happens on the 22nd. How about, well, this is another thing that's got stuck in the COVID-19 virus, the new book drop. So we'll probably just leave that on as old business. I mean, we received a donation of a book drop.
Oh, we did?
And yeah, and let Dorothy, she has the details on it. Why don't you tell everybody about that, Dorothy?
There was a public library. I can't remember the name of it right offhand, but they bought a new outside book drop, and they posted that they would give away their old book drop to anyone who wants it. There's like an auction site for libraries, and it's for free stuff. And we spoke up first, and we got it. It needs, and we had to go pick it up, which Jeff Chandler went to the library. I can't remember what library it was now, but went there and picked it up. What it needs now, it needs a little bit of sanding down and painting, and a cement slab has to be laid in front of the Hathaway Library for this to sit on it so it won't rot from the bottom. My only question is, which I hadn't got a chance to ask Jeff, if Jeff remembered to pick up the keys, because it does lock, but right now it is unlocked. But I haven't seen Jeff because of all that's going on. But I'm sure if he hasn't picked up the keys, whatever library donated, probably we can get the keys from them as soon as all of this is done.
Okay, very good. And
Where is it going? Where is it? Could I ask where it's going to go?
It's going to go right where the old one was,
Okay.
at the Hathaway.
Hathaway
Chris.
Library.
Okay.
It's a good size one. I mean, if we would have bought a new one, it would have been $5,000 or $6,000.
Wow.
So we scored. I have to give Brittany credit for that because she jumped right on it as soon as she saw it on that giveaway website. And she was the first one. We got it right away. And the town went and picked it up right away. I have to give them credit for that too.
Good.
Okay, very good. And the last thing that we have, well, actually, next to the last thing is discuss possible summer programs at the library. I think we can put that aside for now because we don't know when we're going to open up again.
I do have input on that though. That's a project that Nicole is working on from home. She's coming up with ideas for summer programming, brainstorming what programming would be appropriate and what books or materials she would need to present these programs during the summer. So that's a project she's been working on.
So she'll be all planned up for the summer of 2021.
Yes. And also Brittany is doing investigating programs for adults in the library. And what a knitting program, let me just say knitting and what will be needed. She's doing a lot of pre-prep for possible adult programming for the library, which we never offered before.
Okay. Anybody out there have any questions or anything they want to discuss?
Would that program would that program be in the evening or during the day, Dorothy?
We haven't discussed that yet because, to be honest with you, Chris, I won't be around.
Okay.
It's my last day, July 2nd, so I won't.
Well, you
around.
might be attending them.
Dorothy, maybe you could learn how to sew.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, actually.
believe it or not, last week I was my wife's assistant when she was making some masks.
Oh, Paul, I could use your assistance now.
No, you got a husband that can help you.
I know, but we're straight out doing this.
Oh God.
I do want to mention that I brought up at today's department head meeting about what precautions we should take once we do open. Should we wear masks and gloves? And they're still running that by and getting that, getting brainstorming and decide when we're going to open and what we will need to do when we open, because I don't feel comfortable with my compromised immune system going in without a mask and gloves, which I do have an N95 mask, so I can go in with that. And my girls may have the regular surgical mask. So I did present that, as Paul knows, today. And also today, I also presented the possibility, if we don't open before June 30th, not only the library, but other employees of the town will probably have vacation time that they haven't utilized. And how is the Board of Selectmen going to handle that? Are they going to pay us for it? Are they going to roll it
Well,
over?
Dorothy, I think that is all going to be handled by the Board of Selectmen.
But I just
And
want to
when the time comes, I'm sure that we'll get direction on what we have to do. Okay, so
wanted to let them know what I presented, though.
And I think as far as the guidelines for masks and that, I think most of that's going to be led by the state.
Right.
The state's going to be the one that's going to give us the guidelines as to what all of us are going to be doing.
okay, so with that kind of ends what we had on the agenda. And the only thing that we got left here is setting the next meeting. I had suggested a May 7th meeting, and only because by that time, certainly next Wednesday, we'll have, when the job posting closes, I'm sure that Ally will get the applications scanned and out to us for review. And maybe we can have a meeting on May 7th to discuss what we've seen. And I'm sure at that point we'll have a procedure from the Personnel Board as to how we're going to go about doing interviews. So with that said, does anybody have any issues with May 7th?
No.
Looks good to me.
Okay.
I'm all set.
All right. The other thing is that it's very possible we won't be using Zoom. I know the town is in the process of securing licenses for different programs similar to this year. And when that is finalized, we'll have our own license so we can call the meetings like we would normally call a meeting, and we wouldn't have to have David come in to start it, because David had to come in tonight and start the meeting, and he's going to come back in about an hour and 10 minutes to shut down this. We're going to shut it down here, but he has to log off. And if they switch to a different vendor, every department or every commission will have the ability to set up their own meetings as long as they post it properly with the town clerk. So that's all I've got.
I have attended webinars using that other program that he was talking about today, and they run smoothly.
Yeah, many of us have done the same, Dorothy, and it does run smoothly. This runs smoothly also. So, but I think this is a little bit more complicated for as far as pricing goes.
Mhm.
Anyway, does anybody have anything else before we ask for a motion to adjourn?
Could I just say one thing? Are you still getting supplies, Dorothy?
No, because we're not open. I'm sure.
Right.
Brittany uses, every time she goes in, she wipes the things down, because we did get a big thing of wipes before I left, and I went out and bought gloves before I left. And we also had Clorox. I bought Clorox with a spray bottle before we left. So I bought plenty of supplies before we left to get us through until we were opened up officially.
Okay.
And I think the town itself based on the meeting I attended today, the fire department, they're stockpiling stuff that people will need when we get going, as well as the public needing if they're ill. So anyway, I wish everybody the best. I hope everybody
Yes.
is stays safe, and hopefully we'll as soon as I get the applications, as soon as Ally gets them to me, I will send them out to everybody so you can see them. And with that, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Okay, motion made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Look at that. Aye. Beverly, it's all yours.
Okay, Irene, you're in agreement with the motion?
Yes.
Paul, you're in agreement with the motion?
Yes.
Chris, you're in agreement with the motion?
yes.
Linda, you're in agreement with the motion?
Yes, I am.
And I'm in agreement with the motion.
Okay.
Very
Well, it's
good.
nice to see you all.
You
Same here.
too.
Stay
Thank-
healthy.
Everyone be safe.
Yeah, well,
Linda, you can call Lucille now.
I know. Poor
call
thing.
Lucille. Make sure she got the email.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good evening, everybody.
All right.
You
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.